1032, May 5th. I've said this a few times, but I'll say it again because clearly someone's not getting the point. Another piece of this is there's some fucking moron, like the dumbest motherfucker in the history of the planet, or at least a top tenor. And I'm not just talking about like in the present day, I'm talking about like the history of mankind. So there's some fucking morons who know these people have psychiatric illness, know they're homicidal maniacs, know they have no respect for human life, know they emulate Nazis and want to be like Hitler, and they want to create New Age Nazis and a New Age Holocaust. Know that they support and finance slavery and sexual slavery. Know they are so mentally disabled and so mentally disturbed, they actually run dehumanization campaigns on victims of sexual slavery, sexual violence, victims of organized crime, RICO, and terrorism. So they know these guys are real life sick. These men and women are real life sickos, real life psychopaths. Because only a psychopath would run dehumanization campaigns on victims of sexual slavery, sexual violence, organized crime, and terrorism to make it look okay. As well as a victim of highly illegal, unethical, inhumane human experimentation, breaches of Nuremberg Code, and MK Ultra-like human programming experiments. But yeah, only a moron would run dehumanization campaigns and slander campaigns on a victim of crime so severe. Gandhi would take a club and smash their skull, or Gandhi would be pondering how to make these people experience the most horrible and painful deaths imaginable. So the point is, these are clear signs that these people are psychopaths, just outright homicidal maniac, no respect for human life lunatics. And then there's some moron who's letting them pretend to be researchers and giving them access to technology that interacts with the human nervous system, which they then use as a neurophysiological weapon. And they use it for slow covert murder, covert abuse, violence, sexual torture, psychological torture, and more. So there's some retarded motherfucker actually putting weapons in these mentally disturbed, homicidal maniacs' hands who are involved in organized crime, such as illegal gambling, RICO, organized crime such as illegal gambling, blackmail, bribery, extortion, witness tampering, tax evasion, a New Age covert hostage scenario. So these guys are involved in organized crime. That's a big-time crime, and they're actually putting neurophysiological weapons and radiation weapons in the hands of thugs and criminals with no respect for human life who emulate Nazis. They're actually putting weapons in these lunatics' hands. Guys who actually try to murder human beings for rich people entertainment. Just mentally disturbed morons. So they're actually letting them pretend to do research. They're actually arming people with no respect for human life and such clear signs of psychiatric illness, it's scary, with neurophysiological weapons, radiation weapons, cyber terrorist tools, and more. So there are actually retarded men and women in America and outside of America arming basically Jeffrey Dahmer, Hitler, Joseph Mengele, and like Charles Manson and some other psychopaths and rapists combined with weapons. And then like even potentially giving them access to information, etc. And letting these kids run around with weapons and technology, large sums of money, etc. And they even know who some of these lunatics are armed with weapons and using them illegally. They don't even have licenses to use them. And they're not arresting them. Who is this fucking moron who's like literally one of the dumbest people to ever step foot on the planet of Earth? Yeah, well, this guy he reminds me of Hitler. He reminds me of Joseph Goebbels, Joseph Mengele, Willie Lynch. He reminds me of every crazy motherfucker combined. This is one psychopath. Let's give him a bunch of weapons. Let's give him a bunch of influence, money, and power. Let's give him access to social networks, resources, and technology, and let's just see what happens. Does anyone understand why I'm pissed? You should be pissed too if you're a citizen of the globe, because there's literally people in positions of authority, is the vibe I'm getting, still in positions of authority, arming homicidal maniacs, Hitler-like people with weapons who have demonstrated for 6 years and 6 months that they're the most irresponsible people in the world, have no respect for human life, abuse human life for entertainment, and they're giving them money too. So if that's not registering in your brain as like, what the fuck's going on in the world around you, I don't know what to tell you. But they're actually even arming crackheads and heroin addicts with weapons and other fucking morons. Bet my life. Swear on my mother. Praise